So now this one. ¿Está grabando? What are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Laura. Hello to Laura.
We're going for a walk. The Pyrenees. Marina. The Pyrenees.
Yes.
Hello, girls. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great.
Hello.
Hello.
Because the helicopter was red. The rescue team. Firefighter. But what's the problem? Why is the rescue team here? Look, you can see. Yes. What is it? No creo que sea eso porque está volcado, si no se veía el señor. No. No, Alright. Why do you think we have come here? Today is Water Day. Who can think why we have come here and I'm looking that way? Because there's no. If today is Water Day, put your hands up because if we talk all at the same time, it's very difficult. Alonso, why do you think? We see the snow. And what has snow got to do with water? The water of the lake. The water of the lake also. So we've got water in the lake. Alonso says snow. Snow is water?
The water of the lake is freezing.
Wow. It's ice. So what is snow? What is snow? Kids, who can remember? What is snow?
Is water.
Let's see. Lucia has her hand up.
Is water
In what state, Lucia?
solid state.
In solid state. Remember the three states of water? So we can see the snow is water in solid state. Look at the lake. Somebody said there's lots of water in the lake, no? It's freezing. It's freezing. But maybe some of the water is frozen, but there's also water in what state? Hands up. Paula. Andrea, sorry.
Liquid.
So in the lake we have frozen water in solid state and also liquid water, no? Yes. And do we have, what's the third state of water? Who remembers? No, we've got solid, we have liquid, and
Gas.
and gas. Do you think there's gas, water, vapor, gas here in
Foggy.
Do we have any water in gas state?
Yes,
The fog we were seeing yesterday, remember? Do you remember when we came out at night and all that part was full of fog? What is fog? Water? Vapor. Water vapor, no? So we have the three states of water here in this place. What about the clouds? What are the clouds? Gas.
Yes.
What about there's it's liquid water. Clouds are liquid water. Small, very small droplets, okay? But they are not heavy enough to fall. When they get together and they are heavy, that's when they fall. Okay. Who can explain to me here, looking at the landscape and pointing the water cycle? Who can explain the water cycle to me? Looking at the landscape. Remember you studied it when you were smaller? Yes. Ruben, do you want to start? Okay, Marina, do you want to start? Okay, let Marina start and then somebody continues.
The water on the lake. When the sun hits. When the sun hits the evaporation.
Okay. Yes, Mario. Okay, very good, Marina. So, first, we have all the water in the lake, the sun is hitting it, okay? And it's going to evaporate. The water evaporates. Lucia, you want to continue?
And when the evaporates, it goes converted in clouds.
The water evaporates and it's water vapor and goes up. And what happens to the air when you go up? Listen. Is the temperature of the air near the water the same as if you go up and up and up? Or does it change, the temperature? It changes. What is it called, the up or down? Okay, so the temperature of the air, when the water vapor goes up, it's going to find cold air. And that cold air is going to make it what? What is that word you said? Condensation. Okay, that is what is going to force the condensation of the water vapor, okay? And the water vapor, I'm sorry, I can't speak with my throat. It's going to turn into water again, no? And it is going to form what? The clouds. The clouds have got tiny droplets of water. But when these droplets get together, what happens? It rains, no? So the water falls again. But look at the mountains. Did it rain in the mountains? What happened in the mountains? It snowed, no? It not.
The tiny drops are very, very cold.
When the tiny drops are very, very cold, well done, Ruben. It doesn't rain, it snows. And that's what happened yesterday in all of the mountains, right? But here, because it was a little hotter, did it snow here? No, what happened here? It rained. And what will happen in the spring when all that snow melts? It will form rivers. Those rivers will go where? Marina. I can't speak. So all those rivers will go where? They will go down, not to the ocean here. Where will they go? To the lake. And the lake is part of what? Okay, that's the water cycle. But this lake is not a natural lake. What is it? An artificial lake? Why do we have a lake here? What do we have? We have a dam that is stopping what? The water of what? Of the river. Of the river. What river? The Gallo River. We have a dam that's stopping the water of the Gallo River, and all the water is accumulating behind the dam, and it's creating. Look at the helicopter. Yeah, somebody lost in the mountains or something. Okay, let's continue. So we have the dam or a fire. We have the dam. The water of the river hits the dam. It cannot continue, no, so it forms a big lake, and that's what's happening here, no? But some of the water is going through a tube, and it is moving up a turbine to what? To produce energy. What energy? Electricity, okay? And then the river will continue, and it will go to the ocean. And all the water cycle will be going on and on and on. Okay, well done. So let's go now. We have some work to do. Let's go back, okay? Hello.
Marta, what's the name of your superhero?
Super Water Protector.
Okay, and what's the story about? What are you going to tell?
A water.
Mm-hmm.
No,
A drop of water. Yes, the villain. Constructs
a dam,
Uh-huh.
and the water can't pass.
Oh, okay. So what happens, Fabio?
The people of the town haven't got water to drink and to use
Okay, very interesting. And then comes the superhero, I suppose, no?
Yes.
So what does the superhero do?
Superhero fight with the villain.
The superhero fights with the villain. And what happens at the end?
The superhero destroy the lamp.
Okay, well done. I think it's a good story. So continue working, okay? What's the title of your story? The Adventures of? Raining. Okay. So what's the story about? Who can tell me a little bit? Andrea? No.
It's about he's a that save one town.
Okay, it's about a hero that says what? That saves a town. What's the problem with the town, Inés?
Because the water is dirty.
The water is dirty. And why is the water dirty, Penelope?
Have a fabric and
A factory.
a factory. What is the villain?
And the villain is throwing all the dirt of the factory in the river. Oh, that's a bad villain, okay. So what's the end of the story, David? Can you tell us the end of the story? What happens at the end?
I don't know.
Don't know yet?
Raining wins.
Okay, raining wins and it's a secret. Okay, well done. Okay, continue with your work.
No? Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions and I'm gonna give you 4 possible answers, okay, to that question. So you have to discuss in your group, you have to talk and discuss which is the correct answer, okay? And I will give you points when you're a group and they're another group, one team and another team, okay? First you have to think a name for your team, okay? So, one name for this team and one name for this other team, okay? So, this group, what's the name of this group? The Stars.
Estrella. Porque como somos todas chicas.
The Stars. And this group, what's the name of this group?
I don't know.
The group I don't know.
Los guasis.
In English? And in English?
The guasis.
Hmm? What's that? The jellyfish. Come on, it doesn't matter. The best.
Después mejores. Es lo que os dije yo, pero en mi caso. Pero estrellas
So
son.
now the stars have to do it very well, okay? So they don't think they are the best, or what? Well, I'm gonna give you to each of the teams 2 cards, okay? So you have A, B, C, and D. I'm gonna write the questions on the board, and you discuss, and I will say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you write one of the answers, okay? The one you think is correct.
No.
Any questions? No? No? Are you ready to start?
Yes.
So this is for you, and this is for you. Okay, so, first question. Longest river. Okay? We know there is some discussion about this, but let's see. A. Answer A. It's Amazon. B. Mississippi. C. Yangtze. I don't really know how to say it, so I think it's like this. And D. Come on, you have 30 seconds to discuss in your team. In English. I want to hear all the English. You have to discuss in English. You have to discuss which one is the correct answer.
B.
I will say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you write the answer that you think is correct. Okay? Yes? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! A and B. Okay? Why do you think it's A? Because Victor. Because it's very long? Yes, that's true. Ah, it's the longest. The longest. Okay? You think it's the longest? Yes. And why do you think it's Mississippi? Why do you think Mississippi is the longest river? Because
No, yo. Ella.
you're a team, okay? Okay, you think Mississippi is the correct answer. I have to tell you that, as I told you before, listen, there is some discussion about which is the longest river. Eva, okay? So one option would be the Nile, but they said now that the longest river is the Amazon. So this team gets 1 point. Very good.
No, me igual.
Okay, what's the Amazon? Yes, do you know where the Amazon is? Girls, do you know where the Amazon is? Where?
It's the longest river.
Where it is?
¿A dónde?
Do you know where the Amazon is?
Fácil. Es Forest Amazon. ¿Qué dices Forest Amazon? Sí, el
Yes.
bosque.
It's in South America, okay, but it's really long. Do you know how long it is, more or less?
El bosque.
How long it is? How many meters? How many meters long?
And the possible answers are 10 meters, 15 meters, and 20 meters. Finished?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you can go. Okay, ready? Yes? Ready here? Yes? Because the correct answer is 20 meters. See? Point for it. Congratulations to you. Yes, 20 meters. 1 point here, 1 point here. Okay. Now, how many seas or oceans do you think we have in Europe? Oceans and seas, yeah? Guys, oceans and seas. Like Atlantic or the Mediterranean. How many do you think we have? 5? 13? Or 21? Let's do it. 15 or 21? Are you ready? Yes? Are you ready here?
Yes.
Yes. Because the correct answer is C21. No? Did you know that? So we have 21? No? Guys, would you like to know which ones? We have the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic, the Mediterranean, the Tyrrhenus, the Alboran, Cantabric, the Egeo, the Black Sea, the Iris, the White Sea, the Baltic, right? And much more. Okay, so question number 5. I think I'm ready for that. So, how big is the surface of water on the Earth? The surface, like this is the surface of the table, right? So how big do you think it is? The 50%, more or less, okay? The 70%, or the 80%? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Need an answer. Okay. Yeah? Because the correct answer is B, 70%. Okay? 1 point for each.
What questions are?
How many? We have 13 questions. Okay? 13 questions. Okay, another question. Do you know what is fresh water? Fresh water.
No.
Fresh water is water
Is the river is the opposite of salt water.
of salty water, the opposite. Well done.
Claro.
Okay? So, how much of the earth water, the total amount, how much is fresh? The possible answers are 2.5% of the total, 4.5%, or 11%. What do you think? Sorry.
What is the question?
So the question is, how much of the total amount of water that we have on the earth, how much do you think is fresh? Okay? So you have 5 seconds on it. 4. Ready? Ready? So the correct answer is 2.5%. A. Okay, congratulations. So we have, guys, listen up. Hey, guys. Hi, Marina. Yeah, one for sure. You deserve it. Okay, we don't have much fresh water in the air, so we have to take care of it. As I told you, we have to save it. Right? You remember when you brush your teeth, close the tap. We can use the rain for watering the plants, right? And do you know that in this 2.5%, 2/3 parts are frozen.